In the dark, dark tomb there was a dark, dark street, and in the dark, dark street there was a dark, dark office. In the dark, dark office there were some dark, dark stairs, and down the dark, dark stairs there was a dark, dark room, and in the dark, dark room was where the worst wrestling tropes go to die.
Hello, I'm Ross Tweddell from Cultaholic.com and welcome to this special edition of Straight to Hell, the show where my illustrious guest alphas up and list their pet peeves and I get to decide which one of those goes straight to hell. Joining me today is a man who I love, a man who I cherish, a man who I want to spend the rest of my days with on this planet Earth. He is the current, reigning and defending Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion. He is the first person in the history of Pegswood First School to move on to the gold reading cupboard while still being in year 3 for Christ's sake. And he's also the person who is stuck with life despite the fact he hit his peak all the way back in 2005. It's Ross Tweddell. Ross, how are you today?
God, you're so gorgeous, do you know that?
Hey, stop it, you charmer.
I didn't realise how true it was when people on the telly say the camera adds 80 pounds and makes you look more ginger than you actually are.
Yes, that is absolutely true, and one of the harsh realities I have to live with every single day. Now, as always on Straight to Hell, we like to start things off with a bit of idle chit-chat to get to know our guest a little bit better. So, Ross, how does it feel to be the longest reigning Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion and therefore the best member of Cultaholic in the history of Cultaholic?
It feels really mint, Ross, but let me tell you, young man, it doesn't come easily. I do it by maintaining a horrible diet. I do it by doing no exercise whatsoever, and I do it by drinking roughly 76 units of alcohol every single day of the pissing week.
That's right, kids. Through not much work whatsoever, you too can be the best member of your YouTube channel, just like me. Shut up, man. Let's get started, will you? What's your first pick?
Shane McMahon, circa 2016 to now.
Yep, yes, Ross, that's in, you sexy bastard. There is no need to discuss this any further.
Why, man? I want to discuss things. Ranting about Shane McMahon is the only thing that brings me any modicum of joy in this life. Apart from dogs, though. I really like dogs.
No, man, the people watching this video will have seen your WTF Moments videos and have seen you harp on about that sweaty bastard too much, and it's time to change the record. You've got what you want. He's a proper heel now. It's time to move on.
I thought we were friends.
What's your second offering then? And by the way, you have the best hair in all of Cultaholic, you know.
If you want my number, just ask, Bonnie lad. I'm going for Shane McMahon's sweaty forehead.
But his entire body is already burning in hell, man. Why the hell do you want to send his forehead down as well?
Because, Ross, I like to think this planet is wholesome enough that there isn't a place down below, down there, run by the devil, with smoke, with fire, with everything bad, and I reckon sending Shane McMahon's sweaty brow down there, and all the precipitation on top of that, will put the flames out and end hell as we know it. And also, his sweating does my tits in.
Well, I guess you make a compelling argument, but...
Plus, I'd like to be the one to cut his forehead off with a massive knife. He cannot be the best in the world without his massive forehead, and I'd like to be the one to cut it off, Ross.
Well, you do make a compelling argument there, Ross, and because you're clearly such a sweetheart who wants to see the concept of hell end while also seeing Shane McMahon tortured at the same time, it's got to be a yes.
Get in! Come on!
Settle down, man, Ross. Just keep calm and remember that you're gorgeous. I'd do anything for you because you're gorgeous. I know you'll get me through. What's your third pick?
Shane McMahon's kids, Ross.
That's a bit too far, isn't it? What's wrong with you?
No, man, I've got two good reasons, honest.
Fine, go on then.
Picture the scene, Ross. You're at WrestleMania, you're about to face The Undertaker of all people, 7 foot tall, 300 pounds, inside Hell in a Cell, which is his stipulation, and the worst stipulation WWE has to offer. You're a 46-year-old sweaty dad with 3 kids, and what do you think the best thing to do when you're on the brink of going to die is? You wheel your kids out like you're at a pissing disco.
All right.
Forget about Shawn Michaels in his prime looking like he was going to die when he was inside Hell in a Cell with Undertaker. Part-time old Shane McMahon. Well, he's done a few kickboxing classes, so that means he doesn't have to take Undertaker at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell seriously. So he has a little dance with his kids.
All right then, what's the other reason you would like to send Shane McMahon's lovely, wholesome children down to hell, you sick bastard?
I'm not a sick bastard, man, because when Shane McMahon was facing Kevin Owens inside Hell in a Cell and Shane McMahon was getting his arse handed to him by Kevin Owens. Shane McMahon's kids were sat there at ringside in the front row and they were laughing because this wrestling malarkey, it's not serious to them. It's all a big joke. And to be honest with you, I kind of blame them when their sweaty part-time dad is booked as the best professional wrestler in the world, as one of the best professional wrestlers in WWE today, when he's carrying a former WWE Intercontinental United States Money in the Bank holder, tag team champion, mixed match challenge. Yeah, no wonder they think it's a joke when Shane McMahon is carrying a performer like The Miz who has all that legitimacy behind him. That pissed me off too, pal, unless, of course, his kids hate their dad so much that they were laughing because they enjoy seeing their dad getting his own arse handed to him. Send them to heaven! Send them to heaven! Really? You're gonna have to No. For the first bit, they deserve it. Send them to hell, Ross. Yeah, I agree. For the first bit, they still need to go. Lads, there's a time and a place, man. There's a time and a place. Boom. Gone. You're the best, you bloody bastard! Now you're the best, you flaming galah! We're iconic! What's your fourth pick, you beautiful man? I'm going for Shane McMahon's punches, Ross. Let me do them to you now. I don't want you to hurt me now because Chris Jericho has taught us all Shane McMahon throws a potato or two, you know. Don't worry, never does anybody, man. Let me show you right now. Yeah, they're in. Don't worry, they're in. Right, I think we are 4 for 4, so Ross, let's have your final offering, please. Stephanie McMahon, mate. She's the pissing worst, isn't she? Oh, pal, did you see her quoting Maggie Thatcher as Monday Motivation a couple of weeks back? That made me sick. The only way anybody should be using Maggie Thatcher to promote Monday Motivation is to say #Monday Motivation, I won't be like that witch. Amen. So yes, that's going in then. Ross, you have scored a perfect 5 out of 5. I don't think anybody in the history of Straight to Hell has ever scored a perfect 5 out of 5. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Ross. I know you've had some big names on this wonderful show, and to do better than all of those big names is something I'm very proud of and something I'll never ever forget. So anything you'd like to plug before we go? If so, do it down that camera over there. Thank you very much, Ross. Well, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ross on Wrestling. I present a show called WTF Moments the day after every single main roster WWE show, be it pay-per-view or Raw or SmackDown. Watch that. And while I'm here, I might as well also mention I'm the longest reigning Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion in the history of this championship belt, so there's that as well. Delightful, I have been lost in your blue eyes so much and I want to lick your face. That's it, everybody. I've been Ross Tweddell from Cultaholic.com, and that's it for the latest instalment of Straight to Hell. We'll see you next month on Straight to Hell, and also happy April Fools, you set of wank pheasants. Wave, Ross! Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us.